So I'm just hanging out in the basement. You know what? I probably should have set up the audio on this computer, but I haven't got to that part. Anywho, I'm down there in the living room, just click clack, type whacking, whip whapping, dilly whopping, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should show people what it is I do when I'm not making smart ass comments, insulting people, or getting in trouble. And then I remembered that I created this. It's about 90%. I created this amazing stream room. So, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But I created this amazing streaming room, and maybe, just maybe, I should use it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And first, though, well, I'll get to that later. So basically, what I've been working on for the last, see, this is another problem. I got this amazing desk that goes up and down. And I can move it to whichever position. Yes, I said position that I want in the room. The wheels aren't locked right now, so please stand by. While I lock these wheels so that we don't go sliding all over. I'm looking like a fool. Now, if only my chair didn't slide, that would be awesome. I need a little mat, not this kind of mat, floor mat. Just to keep it from sliding all around. So, anywho's, this is what I've been working on for the last few hours. Basically, I found a list of aquarium clubs that seems pretty valid. And I imported this list to just a plain text document. I sanitized it the best I could. I formatted it the best I could. And then I imported it into Google Docs, basically Excel, so that I could go through each one of these individually, see if they have a fishfam.link profile page already. And if they don't, add information so that they can be added. Stewie, what do you got? Bring it here, buddy. Stewie, bring it. No? Good boy. He's not going to bring it. Basically, things that they will, they'll need, like their name, make sure that it's proper, their URL, their unique identifier in the database, the latitude and longitude, address, location, if that's public. If they have a YouTube channel, what their YouTube channel ID is, what their YouTube handle is, contact email, basically the basic stuff for the pages. And when this is done, there'll be about 100 new pages on fishfam.link. Another list that, hey Bex, I sent you a message. I sent you a message yesterday. Just want to make sure you got it. But this is just one of the things. I've often thought about streaming my desktop on my computer when I'm doing coding, but there's a big security issue there. Like if I write some code that's not totally secure, then the wrong person could use it against me. So I generally don't think that's a good idea. But since today is just data, I thought, hey, why not stream the boredom so that you can see just a little taste of the work that goes into fishham.link. And I've already called up the CEO, and by called I mean texted, and she is gonna get to work helping on this when she gets home. I tried to convince her to do it while she's driving, but she said that's not safe. Yada blah, excuses. And since nobody else was really streaming, I thought, hey, why not? Let's do this. Before I show you all the boredom, I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I have been working on that's changed a little bit on fishham.link. Stewie, hold on. He's eating my wire holders. I don't know how he gets them off the desk, but he gets them off the desk. So, and he doesn't really even spend any time up here, except today he's spending time up here because I'm up here. Ooh, it's Dave. Dave. He streams with this other girl named Bree, but he's really the show. Don't let anybody fool you. Anyway, so a few things that have changed or been added. I was making regular posts on Fishcord, but I kind of forgot to do that lately. And I was doing stuff for Patreons, but I've kind of been lazy there as well. So why don't I just show everybody that's here, and then you can tell other people about it. So one thing I added a few weeks ago is this page, which is videos, and every night fishham.link goes out and looks for, here, let me log in so I can fix something that I already see there. Oh man. I can fix some that I can see that are already not correct. So basically what this does is every night it goes out and it imports a list of videos that every buddy on fishham.link has posted to YouTube. There's some errors in it because some of these are live streams, and live streams are actually listed separately. So that's what I just did. I clicked a button that said live stream so that it knows it's not supposed to be on this list. Hey, speaking of videos, has people been checking out this stuff from Florida Fish Rescue? He's building this huge pond for somebody, and there's some pretty good information, pretty good video. I mean, he speeds up the boring parts, so it's kind of neat. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. Anyway, so this list just shows all videos on fishham.link and what they've recently posted. Here's another good one. Brian Barczyk. I don't know if any of you follow him. He's a reptile guy, but he's got a reptarium, and he's opening a aquarium across the street. But he was recently diagnosed with pancreatic cancer that's not operable. So it's pretty much worst case scenario for him right now. But he's staying doing his videos, daily videos, and working to get that aquarium and new reptarium all up and going. So yeah, you can see all these videos. I'm going to stop scrolling because I'll start talking about other things that I see. But if your YouTube home screen is kind of blank and you don't see anything, you can go find some new creators in here. Check this every so often. And here's something you probably don't know about YouTube, or maybe you do if you're astute. It doesn't always show you videos of stuff that you're subscribed to. That's because YouTube's algorithm is so smart that it kind of modifies itself. I guess is the best way to explain it. So it shows you things related to what you've watched and shows you things from channels that you have watched, even if you're not subscribed. YouTube doesn't care about subscriptions, likes, dislikes, comments, any of that stuff. YouTube cares about your feelings and what it thinks your feelings are. So there's that. So this will, if you come in here and like, oh, I've never heard of Fish Tank Barn, you watch one of his videos, even if you forget to subscribe, which you shouldn't do, his videos will start showing up on your live feed. So it's just another way to find creators, find videos, find shorts. You can go into the shorts part, which still needs a ton of work, but you can see shorts that people have created. Same thing, except shorts don't work the same way as videos. Like if you watch somebody's shorts, their shorts will show up on your shorts feed, but not necessarily your videos feed, if that makes sense. And then obviously there's lives in here too. People that have done live streams recently. So that's one big thing that I added. That was a few months ago, I think, probably maybe a little sooner than that, but the live page, it needs a little bit of work because of the number of channels. The live page doesn't update as fast as it used to. It still sends out the notifications within a day or two. Jeez Louise. Within a minute or two of them going live, but it doesn't always show on the live page right away. So keep that in mind. It's something I'm working towards. I have a lot of stuff that happens in the background to automate new videos, new shorts, new lives, who's streaming, pushing those notifications, checking channels, all kinds of strange things to improve the site. And something I just learned about last night that I am really, really excited to implement. It's going to take a little bit of work, but it's going to be awesome. And basically what that is right now, well, here, I'll just show you one of the new things that I have been working on is this right here. So if we go, I should be at the bottom of the list because I haven't streamed it forever. We chose, if you're a Patreon, you can use this already. If you're not, sorry. So what I just did is I pulled up the current live video. These are all the comments in order by the microsecond that they were received by YouTube. So basically everything, and I've done something else with this, which we'll get to in a second. But what I just learned last night is in addition to importing comments, let me do this, move this over here so you can see it. Give it just a second. Let me pause this so the audio doesn't come through. Okay. No, I'm going to turn this back on, make sure it's muted. Okay. For channels that have closed captions available, and those aren't always available right away. Those take a little bit longer. So let me go find an older video here in my here we go. We'll just do one from Aquarium Co-op. So if you turn on subtitles, this is YouTube that has transcribed what is said. I can actually import these subtitles into the database with timestamps so that when you're at fishfam.link, if you remembered that, well, in this case, Corey, but Corey said something, if you go and you search for what he said, it will return the video that was said in and the time it was said in. So it'll allow you to find stuff quicker. A lot of people do a horrible job of naming their videos. like today, mine's a really stupid name, but a lot of people just say, Thursday live stream or, whatever. That's it's fine when you post a video, but you should always change that later. And I don't do it either. So I'm just telling you things that I know. Do as I say, not as I do, kind of thing. So that'll be really interesting. I don't know how much data that's going to take, like storage data. Currently, I'm at a little over a month of cataloging video chats, just the chat, the live stream chat that's happening right now. And I'm at like 130,000 lines in the database. So it's not terrible for a month, but I'm probably not going to keep more than, I don't know, a few months at the most. The main reason I did this, though, do creators have to turn on closed caption option, or is that just, I think it's user end. Like a creator can add closed captions to their video and, manually do it. But I think YouTube automatically adds closed captions to every video, but the user turns it on and off. So, and that feature, just like the chat search, will be a Patreon only feature because there's a lot of work involved. And when we get back to the boring stuff here, you're going to see just the amount of work that goes into doing fishfam.link. And I'm not the only one. I mean, I'm doing the development stuff, but Jenna does a lot of the email stuff now, like adding and updating calendar stuff and responding to things. She takes care of, her and the other girls take care of all the stuff for the monthly live streams over there. Reaching out to stores and whatnot. It's all them. I'm basically just doing development stuff and adding stuff, new stuff. So the main reason I did this here, and let's see if this remembers any. Let's just see. Okay, here we go. Cool. So this is from Steven's stream on Wednesday. But you've seen how fishfam.link is basically logging every line in chat. So I basically made my own giveaway tool that and the creator can choose their keyword as they want. Sometimes I choose it for Steven, but basically when you do this, I don't have a SQL editor on this computer because I just reloaded it for the stream room. Otherwise, I'd show you live how this works. But basically, I can make this keyword anything I want, any video I want, and it will return the results. In this instance, it happened to be #cookies, but it could have been I love Zen or whatever. It could have been anything. And then basically removes all the duplicates, all that kind of good stuff, and puts them on a wheel. And you don't have to use the wheel. You can use your own wheel or your own giveaway tool, but you can come in here and grab all the names. There's also another giveaway tool where you make the people go and register, but it's not really, it's just one click to register. You just log into the website and click, enter. But so giveaway tools, that's something else. Chat search, giveaway tools, something in the works is the closed captioning. I don't know what kind of API bandwidth it uses or how much data it's going to store. So I don't know how soon I'm going to do that, but it's something I'm definitely going to do and play around with. I just don't know if I'll implement it full time right away. Just depends. Let's see. What else have we been working on? I suppose I'll show you this, but I would ask that you not use it because it will crash the website and I'll have to remove it from here completely. But basically, this is going to be on every page of the website. You'll be able to minimize it or close it, and it'll remember. This interacts, not currently because I have the bot turned off, but this interacts directly with a Fishcord channel so that people that don't want to do Discord or whatever can just come here and type away and it's seen in Discord. And if Discord says something, somebody in Discord says something, it shows you who said it, what they said. I think I can maybe scroll. No, I can't, because these are all just fishfam.link live notifications that are popped up in here. But so that's another thing. There is a simpler version of that chat, and it's called FishFam Chat. This one also will crash the website, but not as quickly as that one I was just showing you. And this one's just /chat, I believe, to get to it. But I'm changing the way that works. And when I get that changed, it'll also change the giveaway tool, so there's no refreshing needed. But anyway, so that was another thing I worked on recently. If you want to submit a page to be added to fishfam.link, you just come in here, you fill this out. This is kind of what I was working on in that spreadsheet, but a lot of people don't seem to know what a YouTube ID is. This is not a username. This is not a handle. This is not a URL. This is a 24-character ID that's attached to the channel. So if you don't know what it is, just don't put it in there, because a lot of people will put in weird stuff, and that's not what it is. But anyway, then this will send me and Jenna and them an email, and I would show you that list, but there's some in there that probably shouldn't be seen. So, but basically, it just gives us a list, and we can fill in the rest of the information, add your links, add your image, and you're good to go. And while we're here, this right here, this little window where it says live now from FishFam, this is a new feature. I think it's like 15 seconds after the page loads, and I have it turned off on a few pages, and it needs to be turned off on a few more. But this little window will pop up with different types of messages. If someone's live, it could show that they're live. If there's new videos, it might show a new video. It'll thank supporters. It'll show upcoming shows. I mean, it shows all kinds of stuff. But another thing that's new is if you want to make a change to the calendar, you just come in here, you click Request Calendar Update. Again, a really simple form. It'll send it to me, Jenna, and the rest of the girls, and then we can update your calendar entry. I ask that you please use this. Don't email me directly. Don't email Jenna directly. I would prefer you not to do it in the FishFam chat, but that's not as terrible, because then at least there's more eyes on it than just one person that may get an email. Oh, Silver Creek says there's some. Oh, sorry. Another feature that people might want to use. I have this plan in place to do a centralized sticker distribution, but there's a lot of work involved with that. So Crypt Keeper the other day is like, hey, why don't you just put a button that lets people request stickers for channels? And I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. So if you have a channel, you just go into your channel. Can I show you this? Well, I guess we're going to find out. Oh, hold on. Let me do it this way. Yep, I can show you that. Not a problem. You just go into your channel, make sure you're logged in, click on edit. And if you scroll down here, there's all kinds of things you can enable and disable. Memberships, web store, merch, physical location, blah, 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 blah. One of them is free stickers. So if you have free stickers, you just make sure that's enabled. And then you save it. And then you'll have this handy little button on your profile page. And if people click on it, it will, I need to hide this top line. This is confusing people, but this is for the channel, but it's going to get hidden. But it'll automatically fill in your email address. And if you have this stuff stored in your profile, it'll automatically fill in that stuff as well. And then you click request, and the creator will get an email that says, hey, Matt wants your stickers. And then they'll know. And I'm guessing once they, they'll probably email you in some way. So just another feature that makes things easier. This little bell icon doesn't do anything right now. This is going to be used for the Android and the iOS apps. Speaking of, if you want to use either of those, send me an email, hello@fishfam.link, and I'll send you the invite link for them. I need to do an update to them soon and then push them as public. But for right now, it's open to anybody that wants to use the app. Basically, anytime somebody goes live, that is set to check. Let me hide this. Let me hide this. Let me hide this. It will do this. Whoop. Liquid Zoo OnlyFins is live, a preview. So basically, you just get app notifications. It's not, if the YouTube app is working, it's always going to be faster because it's going to push stuff. Well, not always going to be faster. It could be faster. Mine will usually push it within 2 to 3 minutes of the person going live. I believe I check at every 5 minutes at the 2-minute mark. So 02, 07, 12, 17, 22, 27, so on and so forth. What else is new or different or changed in here? Patreons, I think they already know about that. You can look at live stream history, video history, channel statistics. So you can like go in here and see that. For the last month, I've had 282. Oh, I dropped down to 281 subs. No videos, no video data. That's because I don't have any videos until now. And I'm not sure this one will stay published either. So here's an actual channel. Dan's Fish. On the beginning of the month, he had 22,000 subs. 2,839,000 views. Now he's got 22,500 subs, 2,960,000 views. So basically, it just shows you videos, views, and subs of every channel at fishfam.link. I think that pretty much covers anything that's really changed. There's some back-end stuff that's changed that I need to update this code for stores and merch and websites, but for the most part, those all still work the way they've always worked. Oh, here's one of the, if you have a Teespring, thanks, Stephen, because you and I switched away from Teespring. Well, not away from it, but for the primary, and you're a Patreon, your merch will randomly show up on fishfam.link. And like that one right there is the What the Fish first edition shirt. And here's the second edition shirt. I'm wearing it right now. What? Whoops. I don't know how cameras work. Yeah. That's the most of my crack is you're getting. Well, and I guess since I'm showing off, I got Garden Eater hat on. I don't think much else. A lot of back-end stuff has changed. I've been trying to better secure the data against scraping, and because if somebody wants data from here for their own, they can just ask. But I don't want the website to get bogged down with scraping. I mean, obviously, there's a difference between scraping data and robots indexing data. Those are two different things. They do things completely different. Who else is live? Oh, Bree went live. What else can I show you? I think think that mostly doesn't. I'm just I'm thinking out loud right now. So let me go do something else here. What are you eating now, Stewie? And I'll show you what else I have been working on. And then we'll go to copy and paste to those fields because, you know, why not? Why is that not pasting? Oh, there we go. Did I miss anything important in the chat? It does not appear so. Open this. We're going to open this because that's how it likes it. I don't know what that was all about. Yeah. I haven't logged into StreamYard in a long time. We're going to mute that. We're going to turn it sideways. We're going to go to StreamYard. And we're going to prove it. There we go. Even though this isn't done, it's just one of the mini projects that I've been working on, and I'll explain what it's all about for those that care. So this wall over here is a green screen wall. I'm guessing you know what that's for. The desk is a electrical height adjustable desk with wheels, so I can move it to, if I want a green screen, I can go over there. I want to do just a normal stream, I can go over there. And then I got this wall, it's the black wall. And, oh, that's not quite that back there. This is going to be for something really neat. I just got to get motivated and start doing it. But, yeah, this is one of the things I've been working on in my, I don't want to say spare time, because I'm still doing work, still doing coding, I'm still doing. You know what I just realized? Could you guys hear me when I was talking? I'm guessing you could. There's nobody saying we can't hear you. So. Coding, some days. Anyway, yeah, this is what we're calling the studio, even though it doesn't get any use. Well, today it finally got its first use. So all the paint and all the work, I guess it paid off, right? Done deal. Also, you should probably go watch Brienne because she's cooler than me. So what I'm doing here that was so boring that made me decide. You didn't see my MacBook, geek? I'm not in there anymore, but the MacBook is right here. And the iMac is right here. There's no I did tell this to somebody the other day, but my next computer will not be a Mac. It's they're making it. This is totally unrelated to anything fishram.link or anything fishy but Apple has always been like a premier product, like price wise, and that was not okay, but it was acceptable to me. But they've made them almost every Mac product now. There's no way to upgrade anything. There's a few exceptions in there, but for the most part, you can't upgrade anything. This iMac is from 2017. The memory is easily upgradable. The hard drive, you tear the whole damn thing apart. This MacBook is 2 years old now, or will be 2 years old. I think the only thing you can upgrade in it is the memory, maybe the hard drive, but nope, because this is an M1, so you can't. Anyway, they're basically the CPU, the memory, it's all soldered to the board now. Not there's exceptions, but it's just they're not upgradable. So they're basically building them so they're obsolete the minute they go out the door. And that's not even okay with phones, like, getting rid of expansion storage. And I mean, I've never really used an iPhone. I do have one right here because I have Macs and I have an iPad, and Apple has silly security procedures, but I don't use the phone for talking. I use it. I was using it when I was doing deliveries because my camera was and my old phone was broke. But so I think I'm going back to Windows. Like, I love the iOS interface and all that, but I just I'm done spending $2,000 on a product that can't be upgraded, and within 6 to 12 months, it's completely obsolete. And enough of that. So here's what I'm doing. I'm going through this list. Basically, in the list, I've already got all the lat and lons, but I got lat, lon, name, address, city, state, zip, and I'm deciding if they have a YouTube channel. And what else? Getting their ID and their handle, and see if they stream and see if they have a contact. So that's the boring work. I wouldn't say they were so easy, but it was doable. Even my last iMac, it was a pain, but it was doable. You just pop the glass off, which I know sounds weird, but you pulled it off with a suction cup. It was magnetic. And I don't know. So I basically searched Greater Cincinnati Aquarium Society. I filtered by channel, and there is nothing. So on my first pass, I'm just going to assume they don't have. Oh, I already did that one. They don't have one. Now we're going to Greater City Aquarium Society. Why do I not know what that is? Besides that Geek Boy's like 50 years older than me. Or is he being a smartass? Because that's, that's something like he does. So this found one, and it looks like it's probably legit. There's a chance it's not. It was just created, so we're just going to assume that it's legit. We're going to answer stupid questions. I don't see any other. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Do, 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 do. Hi, Steph. And they don't stream. And their handle. And I'm going to go show you how, well, one of the ways. On my laptop, I have another way to do this, but just to make this easy so everybody can see how you can go get your YouTube channel ID, just Google get YouTube channel ID. Click on the second link, the comment picker. Paste in the link without any, just youtube.com/@ and the handle. Solve the equation. Some simple math there. and then verify you're getting the right one by what it says there. And bam, you got the channel ID. Back over here for more boring work. You should be offended. So were you being a smartass? Or is that doesn't, I know a lot about Mac and that doesn't make any sense to me. 68,000. I think it's full of shit. Don't tell him. So Greater Detroit, Aquarium Society, I don't see anything. Another thing I've found, and this list is on my other computer too, I've been finding other channels in here like Minnesota Aquarium Society. Let's see if that's in my list. I've just been adding these to another list and I figured I'd get to them later. Oh, that one's in my list. We'll do it while I'm here. But first, oh, this one didn't have any though, so we're good. We'll down here and we'll do Minnesota since I found it by accident. I also need to order a desk pad because that's, can you guys hear that? But see, there's another example. This is like $100 when it was bought. I don't know what it is now. This is like $100 mouse that you buy when you buy like an iMac or Mac Mini. I think you can get them with a laptop too, but I just use touchpads. But so it's $100. The batteries are not replaceable. It's rechargeable. Stupid, it charges on the bottom, so you can't even use it while it's charging. It's the same thing with the keyboard. Just in one of their, when they stopped including the little power bricks with their phones, they said, "Oh, we're doing this for the environment." Well, then why are you creating these products that once the battery is dead, 99% of people are just going to toss this in the trash? I don't understand. Like, why? That doesn't make any sense. Because we all know what batteries do. They die over time. 300 charges and discharges. Oh, see, I was never a fan of the PowerPC Macs. I mean, obviously, I've used one, but I first bought Macs when they switched to Intel, and now they've switched away. I'm not totally against that because of their built-in emulation, which makes that, basically backwards compatible. But for instance, when I was working on the iOS app for fishram.link, one of the problems I was having is basically the Intel /M2 issue. My iMac is an Intel. My MacBook is an M1. Yeah, I don't have an M2. This is an M1. And the software was initially not compiled, but put together on an Intel. It was nothing but a disaster. And they still haven't even figured it all out. Some of it is still broken. The batteries you ship your fish in are also going to be obsolete. Smart ass. And now we have two smart asses in chat. And you almost made me forget what I was doing. See, this is why I shouldn't have streamed. I was blazing through this list until I came up here and started talking. Speaking of, anybody that did not see Bex's live stream yesterday, even if you're not a big live stream watcher, you should go check that out and see what's going on with Bex. Because she has really good reasons that she hasn't been around as much. And I can totally relate to some of those reasons. And so can other people in the Fish Fam. I mean, I'm not the only one. But yeah, go check out her live stream if you've been wondering where she's at. Alrighty. So I found that they don't. Did I check and see if they stream? No, they don't stream. They didn't have an email address. They do have a URL, but I'll worry about that later. Basically, I'm just getting this list so that I can import it to my database. And like, this is gonna, I can't even The more data I put in fishjam.link, the more relevant it becomes. That's the best way I can say that. See, now, Zen, I always tell people the opposite. Like, if you're not computer savvy, use iOS products. Unless you're somebody that, well, then you wouldn't probably be computer savvy. But I understand that phones, for the most part, you can't really upgrade stuff. I'm not okay that all phone providers make it hard to fix things on their phones. Like, I used to replace these buttons and screens, and like this version of the phone, it's still possible, and the backs. I stopped doing it just because it was too tedious of work. But now I've looked at instructions on how to do it, and literally the time and money that goes in to fix those things, it's not worth it. I mean, that's why places charge so much to do it. It's just not. So I kind of get that mobile phones aren't upgradable, but like iOS or Apple got caught putting code when they release a new version of a product. They put code in so that their older product runs slower, the battery doesn't last as long. And I mean, these aren't things that I've seen, but I've seen on the internet. People have, in their way, proven that it's true. That's bull. Like, when I dropped that laptop in the pond, it should have still worked, right? It should have worked. Not really. But the one plus I will give to Apple is when I did that, I've never tried to get it repaired, and I probably won't. But I had an older laptop that I had stopped using because the keys, there's a known issue on it, and they will replace it. But I couldn't do that because I didn't have another laptop. So I bought a new laptop with the intent of sending that one in to get it fixed. Well, like, that thing was brand new, and I dropped it in the pond like within 6 months. And I had to get the other one out, and I used it for a few days, but it was just too terrible. So I sent it in, and I bought another one. But they did, they finally took ownership of the problem, company wide, and they fixed it. Not me. I'm talking in general. And they fixed it and sent it back, and it works. And they found other damage on the laptop, or they said they found. I think they did it, but whatever. And they still fixed the laptop. Like, when I worked at Gateway, if you sent something in for repair and there was out of warranty repairs that should be done, even if it didn't affect the actual use of the system, you either got those repairs or you didn't get any repairs. So that was kind of nice. But anyway, so they replaced it with the same damn keyboard. It still has the same issue, but I haven't used it. And it's for sale if anybody wants to buy it. Just know that in like a year, the keyboard is going to kind of wear out a little bit. And yes, I agree. Geek Boy, horrible company. I don't agree with everything Steve Jobs did, but I think him dying, just the company's, it's total shit now. Dude, I live like a mile and a half from that building. There's only a few little places that there's still cow patches, because after they sold to Acer, then Acer sold off parts of the building to other companies and yada blah. People have painted it, but yeah, Gateway. All right, we did that one. Whoops. Go to Greater Pittsburgh. So yeah, I think I am going back. I don't need a computer right now. There is a computer I'm kind of interested in. Geek Boy will get a laugh out of this, but it's a company that Linus backed called Framework. It's kind of, I'll see. Here's a Pittsburgh Reef Junkie. I found another website that I need to probably, but I don't have that damn thing open right now. Here, I'll just send it to myself. It's kind of neat. It's a totally modular and upgradable laptop, and their newest version is really sweet. It's not, that one's not shipping yet, but I will buy based on price. And like, one of the reasons I really have always liked the higher end Macs is to get the same performance for video encoding and processing. Like, I don't know if you've ever posted, no, not posted. Posted kind of, but if you've ever edited a video and you tell it to save before you upload, it takes all that time to do the thing. Like, you have to have a pretty high end CPU, memory, and graphics card. Otherwise, you wait. And the higher resolution that video, and the longer that video, the longer you wait. And I've always had like mid-tier Macs, and they do better than mid-tier PC as far as video processing goes. But it's just not. It's not worth it to me anymore. It's not. I still think they're pretty and shiny and all that good stuff, but it's just. Oh, we already have GPass, right? I'm pretty sure we do. Yeah, we do. So I can delete that one off the list. Oh, yeah, that's why I didn't give it a unique identifier, because I knew that already. And then I looked it up anyway. Well, look what's back in the USA. They let you back in, huh? Oh, Geek Boy didn't laugh at me. Yeah, Framework. I built. I online built an AMD version, an Intel version of the 13. And even though I'm not a fan of 16-inch computers, I think I'm going to wait for the 16. I don't care about all the things on it, but like, okay, so for this laptop, for instance, all it's got is no, this one does have, but it doesn't have any USB-A ports. Only has USB-C ports. It does have HDMI, which is nice, and has a memory card, which is nice. But the last two of these computers that I bought, all they had was USB-C, and that's a pain in the butt sometimes. You always got to have your adapters and all that funky stuff. But yeah, that Framework, it's looking good. Hey, Brickley. And hey to everybody else, because I forgot to say hello to people because I'm not as cool as other channels. My bad. I'm glad you're here. I feel like since I'm not doing videos anymore, and it's generally like, this is the first day I've actually been able to sit in this seat for this long, which I really thought was going to be a problem. And now I've been up here for how long have I been streaming? Let's see. I've been streaming for 55 minutes. Like, it hits, guys. It hurts to even it hurts to even sit on the couch in my comfy seat. It hurts to lay in my bed. Everything just hurts, and I'm so tired. I sleep probably 12, 14, 16, not all at once, hours a day, and I'm just always tired. And when I want to sleep, I can't sleep. And then there's work, and then there's coding and data, and so it just like, obviously I showed you a little bit I've been doing in this room to turn it into more of a studio. I have a lot of ideas. There's a lot of things. Oh, and then we got fish. I have all these fish that I'm taking care of, and it's just it seems to be too much, and that's why I don't. Well, that's one of the reasons I don't stream anymore. I don't do any videos. The other reason is I'm an asshole, and some people don't like that. And that's why I let the girls take over FishFam.link, because they're a much better face visually and mentally than I am for FishFam.link. So why not? But anyway, since I haven't been doing this, I've basically just been losing Patreons. Like, I don't know. I mean, some of you hardcore people are still there, but I don't know if people think that it's not being developed anymore. I don't know if people don't understand that there's still a ton of work going into it. Maybe people's financial situations have changed. That's understandable. Um, so I figured I'm going to try to, like, once a month show you stuff that I'm doing on fishfam.link, and maybe do a little bit of stuff that's going on in my fish room kind of thing. Uh, I have big plans for fishfam.link videos. Um, but there's so much work that goes into what I want to do. And I don't want to say what it is right now because I don't want somebody to go steal my freaking idea, because that's what happens. People steal everybody's idea, or they just copy it and do the exact same thing, which is, we're not going to go there. I don't want to insult people today. Greater. I already did that one. Stupid. Stupid Matt. Greater Seattle. Jesus, what am I doing here? Hey, look, they got one. Ooh, and Seattle Aquarium. That's something I should probably make sure is added. The reason I'm not putting these ones on my list is because this list is going to import them as aquarium groups. I could change a few lines and fix that, but you know what? I might have this one already. Let's go see. This seems familiar now. Nope. Nope, nope. We're good to go. Yeah, I'm not a gamer, so GPU is not huge to me, but GPUs is where all AI stuff is happening these days. It's where, if you're a Bitcoin miner, which is stupid, that's where that stuff happens. Video processing happens there, and video production stuff happens there. Like what I'm doing right now. Does this Mac? Yeah, this Mac it's a small one, but it's got a video card in it. Not integrated. I mean, it is integrated because it's an iMac, but it's not integrated. Yeah, and the rendering. And I think what I'm going to do for my rendering, if I take on this project that I really want to do for fishfam.link, is I'll probably have a rendering station. That, or I have access to large servers that can do rendering in the evenings and weekends, and I might do it there. We'll see, but it just depends. There's like I do things so that I don't have to do as much work. Like right now, what I'm doing is what I did before I got on camera was all the sanitizing of these lines so that I wouldn't have to do it manually. I did it with copy and paste kind of stuff. So I'd love to automate as much as I can. And some of this I could automate, but in the long run, it's not going to be worth it because it's only 100 lines. So, and now I'm talking, so I'm not getting anything done, but it's fine. Everything's fine. It's great. I forgot where I was at. It happens. You probably also notice that I'm in less live streams. Sometimes I'm there and just not talking. Other times I'm just not there because I just do less. I do more of me and less of everything else. Plus, it helps that I have other people kind of watching for things for me, so that I know that, hey, this needs to be done, or that needs to be done, or this is new, or this is old. Like here, let me ask this. I'll just do a poll. How many people? Ooh, that's neat. Have you seen this new feature on YouTube? Start a Q&A. It's the same place you just start a poll. Why did I just forget what I was going to do? this pull on? Oh. What the hell did I just do? Oh, there we go. So, how many people here have purchased a raffle ticket for the Arkoff raffle? Because, like, I want to, but I just don't have $50. I mean, or $50 to spare. But I understand why the tickets are $50. But one of the things I thought about doing was doing some pools. Like, let me just read the last few people. Geek Boy and Zen and me, the three of us, we buy one. We each donate so much money, we'll say. And then that buys one raffle ticket. And then I put anybody that buys into this pool into a bucket, not including me, and then buy tickets to the. So let's say 10 people raise $100. So that would buy 2 tickets and then give away 2 raffle tickets. Does that make sense? But then I was like, man, that's going to be a lot of work and a lot of energy and a lot of this and a lot of that. I just don't know if I want to do that. I don't have, I take on way too much. I try to do way too much. I do not know if I like this screenshot over here. I look silly. I look silly in that screenshot. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan. They do not stream. And they do not have an email address or whoops. Yeah. And they do not have an email address. There he goes. Then just posted the link. And that has nothing to do with me. That's through Dr. Anthony and his and the research center. And he has a third party that does the actual raffle stuff because there's a lot of legalities to raffles. So. It's found another thing I have to look at later. I love it. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. I apologize. I mean, obviously, I know I'm working on the spreadsheet, but I keep forgetting where I was at in the spreadsheet, which is why I keep going silent. And that's probably about. Oh, you know what I'll do before I end? I'll take y'all down to the basement where we keep all the prisoners. I guess I didn't do that math right, did I? What the hell is going on here? Have I already done too many? This is why I made my own. Speaking of being on streams and not talking, I was listening on June's stream the other night for most of it when she was doing the Oscar thing. I should give a little update on my. I'll do that when I take on my little tour. How about that? It's a good idea, Matt. Man, you're smart. I don't know how you ever. Jeez Louise. Can you believe that just happened? I don't even know if you can hear me because all my... Oh my goodness. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, I know what's going on, but... Well, I'm back. Firefox just crashed on my Mac. I really want to finish this stupid thing. I gotta wait for all these windows to open back up. Oh, I was done. I was just trying to see if there was an email address, and that's when it crashed on me. Oh yeah, when I was clicking stoplights. I remember it all now. Oh, you little... Oh, give me a freaking break. This is ridiculous. And I don't think they stream. All right. So we're going to close out of all that crap. I'm going to close that. We're going to come back over here. We're going to go back into here. I am going to mute this microphone in just a second. Hello? Yes. Let's go check out what's going on with the aquariums. Check over here in the chat so I can see what people say. Oh. Clean the camera quick. Hi guys. All right, there we go. Now there. So this is my CO2 tank that I constantly having to trim stuff out of. I just did it like 2 days ago. Look at all that crap on the top, and I need to do it again. All that crap's on the top because I'm lazy, and it didn't make it to the bucket to go out to the chickens. I mean, they'll still eat it like that. I think I'm gonna go to like Petco and get some tissue culture ground cover. There's my algae covered shrimp cold tank. My algae covered salt tank. Melissa's beta. See, it's got a little growth on its tail. Where's it going? Get over here. But he's fine. The glass broke, so I constantly have to add water. This one, the light is broke, so we can't see him. Hey, Barry, wake up. Come to the front, Barry. Come on. Barry. All right, let me make sure he's not dead. Nope, he's not dead. And then here's been the big project. It's been a few months ago. I showed you how the Oscars have a little bit of hole in the head. And my water quality is fine. And I can't get this under control. You can see that it continues to spread, but it finally popped up on this guy who hasn't had it at all. And I'm like, all right, I got to do something more. So I took all the sand out of the aquarium. That's 10 gallons of sand over there. Cleaned out the filter, the FX6. I cleaned out the sump. And I'm basically doing about 50% water changes every 2 days. I've been doing that because there's so much stuff left over. Like when I took the sand out, like everything ended up in the sump and in that filter. And so I'm just doing what I can to make sure that there's nothing in the water. I have no idea. It's very, it sucks. I don't like it. But now you can see my fishies better. Look at that big old freaking pleco back there. Huge. And I'm doing a terrible job showing you. Okay. And over here, I think I showed this to a few people. They're probably never not going to be out, but the other day, Melissa was doing something and she noticed a baby pleco in here. Oh, I posted it on Discord or Fishcord. There's a, oh yeah, you can't zoom a StreamYard, but there's a baby. Actually, you think they're both right there. He bounces a little bit when I knock. I don't know how. You probably can't see, but I have two fancy goldfish in here, and then a albino pleco and a calico pleco, and the male is over there under that rock. I think he's fanning eggs, but we found two babies. So that was crazy, unexpected. Go to the basement if I can. Oh, there we go. Read some comments on the way down there. I'm just reading comments. So basically, no, I've used no meds in that tank at all. But the water in that tank turns over about once an hour. I'll show it to you. Hold on a second. I got a cramp in my side from walking down the damn steps. Oh, holy crap. Oh, okay. Let me turn off the comments, go back to the camera. So this still looks messy, but we have done a lot of work to clean this up down here. And we'll talk about that new tank. Nobody really knows about that one. So here's the sump for the Oscar. It's a 40-something gallon tote. And the Oscar tank is right above this. And you can see the water that's overflowing, coming down here. I cleaned all this out a couple days ago. It was so disgusting. Just because, you know, Oscars and plecos poop a lot. And then it's pumped back up there. Plus there's the tank up there. So I wanted to prefix this by saying what I'm about to say. Bubbles aren't needed in the tank. Bubbles don't do anything except agitate the water. And the water agitation is what does the oxygen exchange. Although there are two sponge filters in here. This one's disconnected right now because I cleaned the tank out. I don't remember if I put it back in. Yeah, I put it back in after I cleaned it out, but I didn't plug it back in. And the other one's, the hose runs out on the other side. But anyway, bubbles just create surface agitation, which does the oxygen exchange. You don't actually need bubbles in your tank if you have water movement. And now the rest of my tanks, they all have bubbles because they all have co-op sponge filters, all driven by central air system. These two tanks are empty. They had some huge ass. If you remember a few in my previous live streams, before I put this whole thing up here, I don't think I've ever even shown this, but this is a whole new rack. And yeah, I said a whole new rack. So here, I left them floating in that tank forever, and they mostly died. And I got more to trim off this one, but they're coming back slowly. I think I'm going to pump CO2 to this tank. We'll get to that one. So anyway, these two tanks are empty because they just had some plants floating while I moved stuff around. This tank has just a few plecos in it, a bunch of different kinds of tetras, and some cories, and I don't remember what cories. These ones are panda cories. I don't know if Doc is still here, but here's some gold laser cories that I bought from Doc. I know how to get them out. They are the most, I mean, all cories are skittish, but these ones are the most skittish cories I've ever. And I think those are wild caught, if I remember right. Yeah, there's a lot of spots in there. I cleaned these tanks. Did water changes in these tanks yesterday, and I'm sloppy. And then over here is my black Venezuelans and some muck guppies. Oh, and there's muck guppies in here. These are Melissa's favorite guppies. They're basically a panda guppy, but it's green instead of white. And they all died except for these two. I moved them over here. I sanitized the tank because anything I ever put in this tank died. So I totally took this tank down, moved it away from everything else, filled it up with like a whole bottle of bleach. And for like a week, it sat full of water with all that bleach. Then it dried out. Then I rinsed it. Then it dried again for a few days. Then I rinsed it. Then it dried again for a few days. And now it's just been sitting here. And you'll see, this is how much of an overfeeder my wife is. There is no water in this tank, and she feeds it. Here are my two gold angels that I got from Peplin and Foxy. I killed the other four. And then my L236s from Stephanie are in there, which reminds me I need to get a hold of Maria about her plecos. Let's see, what do we have here? My snowball plecos, which of course we will not see. See if I can stir them up. And muck guppies. Let's see if I can find some snowball plecos. Not in there. Oh, there's one. Oh. Whoops. There's two in there. Better leave them babies alone. I've only had those things almost 2 years. It's about time they breed. These are some purple guppies. They were all babies when we got them because my wife got them from somebody she works with. And, you know, guppies, they breed and breed and breed. But it looks like there might be two different strands in here, or the guppies have, some have purple tails, some have red tails. I kind of like them, but at the same time, I'm kind of over guppies as a whole. These are my 24 karat gold. Anybody knows? And then also in here are my, they're 107, 184s. And I don't see any of them. Let's see if we can stir them up. They used to be too small to show, but they're pretty good size now. Sometimes they hide behind this filter. Nope, just snails hiding back there. AKA pleco food. Not plecos. Oh. Do we have another breeding? Nope, that's just one. Sorry to disturb you. You brilliant bristlenose. And here are blue Moscows. But again, there's not much, and it's mostly females. And whoops, also have some 3-3. Whoops, look at all that Pleco poop. Nothing in there. Come on out, buddy. People want to see you. Come here. Well, he went further in there instead of coming out. Let's check these other ones. Nothing in there. Whoop, there's one. Woo! That's a big fat one. Look at him. These things have gotten massive. I've had them over 2 years now, too. I hope they breed this year. And over here is just 2 female Plecos that I got from Stephen P. So they're not breeding. Down here is no Plecos, and they're just a bunch. They're basically mutt guppies now. Here are my purple mosaics that only look good from the top. Trash. Over here are lemon blue-eye Plecos, and the babies that survived all grew up, and some albino blue topaz. These are really neat, but albino guppies are just rough. These are Viennas, and I think there is one lemon blue-eye Pleco in there because I tried to catch him at one time and move him around. Dumbo mosaics, I lost most of these, but I think those aged out, the ones that I lost. And then there's some albino bushy nose in there from Stephen P. And I think, yep, you can see right now. I don't want to disturb them, but they're breeding right now. Ah, they pulled both of their tails in, but the male and the female are in that cave. And then over here are my 173 zebras. Which I'm also hoping breed this year. Come on out, buddy. Come on. Come on. Nope, he ain't coming out. There's not one in there. Oh, wait, there has to be. None of these guys want to come out. Oh, there's a tail. Want to see a tail? All right, so that's pretty much it for the my orange Madakas, and then my blue something rice fish, and then some mollies. For some reason, these things are born, they grow up to about 1.5 inches, and they live for a few months, about 1.5 inches, and then they die. I don't know why. Don't really care. Those came from somebody that just didn't want them either. This is my 60-gallon breeder. There's about 14 or 15 angels in here. They used to be in a 29, but I noticed they kind of stopped thriving, and I wanted to give them a little more room for growing so I can move a couple of them upstairs. So that's what's happening. I think I'm going to get another co-op regulator and run it down here and put CO2 on this tank. And then these are all my shrimp tank. Shrimp tank, shrimp tank, shrimp tank, shrimp tank, shrimp tank. It's impossible to see shrimp. Oh, wait, there's a green jade. 24 karat gold. Why can't I learn to use my phone today? I never see the cherries. Melissa sees them and points out, but I never see them. Blue velvet, which are mostly blue dream now. This one's overtaken by, the orange is overtaken by moss. Blue dream.
They're probably in the back. These ones are black. If I remember, no, these ones are like a neon green. These ones are black. Black rose. So, I'm in my koi. A big fat koi. All right, let me switch over here. Whoops. Let me do camera. Nope. I'll figure this out. Don't you worry. I'm smarter than I look. Smarter than Geek Boy looks. Front facing. Front. Camera. Close. Chat. Comments. There we go. Now I'm going to scroll back and read some comments. Oh, she was here. Oops. Hole in the head is not parasitic. It comes from poor water conditions. Well, that's my understanding. Oh, I didn't even show you those. I do have CPDs, a ton of them in this tank over here, but yeah, there's just a whole lot going on. All the tanks on that new rack all need to be drilled and plumbed because the other rack, the water basically is constantly, there's 12 20-gallon tanks and a 40-gallon sump, and the water is constantly flowing. So that one's way easier to maintain. Hey, look at that guy. So that's pretty much, I'm going to go back and do some more copying and pasting and searching and looking and get about 100 clubs added to the website. And then, like I said, I'm finding about every 5 or 10 clubs that I'm trying to see if they have YouTube. I'm finding more YouTubers that do fish and plant stuff. So those will all get added in. And if you have a channel on fishfam.link and you haven't claimed it yet, go claim it and we'll get it approved. And then you can edit your own stuff. And the plan is to make some videos to show people how to do a lot of the stuff I was just showing today, but hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen soon. So that's about what I got. Anybody got anything? Oh, you guys want to see? Hold on a second. I'm turning this cam around. I'm going to turn it off. We're going to go upstairs, and I'm going to show you a surprise for somebody. Because I'm an ass. Hi, Stewie. Back up. Back up. If any of you see Geek Boy at an event, ask him to see his badge. In the very top corner of the S. Oh, you can't see it on camera. That's too bad. You'll have to catch him at an event. And then also, Dr. Anthony, I got your other badge, but you haven't paid for it yet. All right, that's what I got today. Thanks for tuning in. Go subscribe to Fish Fam Link on all of the socials. Meow. Tell him, Brittany. Tell him, go subscribe. Brittany. Okay, tell him to become a Patreon. Okay, just eat your foot. There's my version of Fat Kitty. His name is Donnie. Donnie. Hey, people want to see you. He's busy eating. He says he'll talk to you later. Bye. Thanks for coming.